Woo. It's actually warm enough actually now to not even have. Welcome from wherever you're at. You sing hola, which I mean hello. No, I do not. Oh, welcome, Heather. Welcome, Lazarus. Welcome, Michelle. I don't know if I butchered the name. The weather is like it's warm, but then soon the shade comes and it gets cold and windy, and then the shade goes away, and then it becomes warm again. But it's not bad. Mm, oh, oh. Welcome. The energies. Recently, I've been finding it a little bit hard for me to communicate clearly, I would say. I appreciate the compliment. Let's just start buying some different shaped crystals. Oops. Welcome, Lady Fa. Today, it feels like serenity, nothing really to worry about. It is mostly calm. So I say, so far, my day is going so far so good. I think it's malachite. It might be jade, but I think it's malachite. Mm. I may not see, but I feel it. It is almost like, I was about to say, up to like right here. If I put my hand right here, it's almost like I can feel. It's almost like the sensation of touch, but it's increased, so it's further out. So like you know how when you touch something, you feel it. For me, it's like the sensation of touch is slowly growing outwards to about like right here, and I can move it. But basically, anything I move my hand, it feels like I'm touching. It feels like the sensation of like touch. Focusing on the heart chakra. Mainly, I just been working on the third eye, but I think it's now time for me to start moving down to some of the other chakras because I've been mainly just third eye, crown, and throat chakra. So I'm going to move to the heart chakra, solar plexus, and the sacral and root. So starting with the heart chakra. Well, I wouldn't say I'm that advanced yet because I have been slacking in training and practice. I've been procrastinating on studying, which is I was supposed to be using this year to study, but I kept getting sidetracked. How I see it is all of our chakras are spinning in a direction, and whenever I place my hand in front of that direction, automatically all the dark energy gets built up on my hand, and then I move it and throw it. Usually throw it to the top of the chakra or the torus field, because there's a torus field. Energy enters from the top and exits from the bottom. So either I push it down to the bottom where the root chakra is at, or I push it to the crown chakra, because we're like a torus field with many torus fields at each one of the chakra system that's going 360 direction. So like a vortex, and I'm just describing what I'm feeling. The vortexes. Now just removing some of this baggage and weight, any low vibrational energy that may be lingering in your informational field. I am now removing any and all cords that may have been attached to your solar plexus, your heart chakra, or sacral chakra. Now removing those with my sword of light in my right hand. Now, what is it? My Archangel Michael, may we have one blue cloak of light. May you please amplify the blue cloak so it may become aware of its presence. So now I'm becoming aware of the presence of the blue cloak. The blue cloak is like blue energy that sits around your informational field. Now seeing, starting from the back, from the sacred heart, white protective light that's iridescent with gold, and it's slowly spreading from the back and going around the whole entire torus field till it enters the front and seals off. It's now sealing off all soul wounds, and the healing is beginning to heal the informational field and the etheric body. It's like my face expressions are not even matching how I feel inside. It's like I can be very focused, like very happy, but my face, sometimes I forget that I have to move my face sometimes. So my face just be like at one, stuck at one pose until I remember, like, oh yeah, I have to move back into the body. So as I'm moving my hands down, I'm just visualizing the energy moving down. Like there's two nerves. I don't know if you ever look at I noticed something very interesting. If you were to go on these apps that's like the human body diagram, primarily the ones that have like nerves, they show you the nerves or the blood vessels or the different segments of your brain. What I realize is Whenever I look at one of the diagrams, like the 3D model of the brain, I physically feel my brain like activating. It's almost like the AI of whatever is the technology to use. It scans my organs and then it synchronizes it with the model. So whenever I click on the model, like the thalamus or the pineal or whatever part I click on the diagram, I feel it activate within my own body. So that's how I've been learning like how my energy is moving is because now whenever I look at the app and I look at the diagram, I don't even have to know the name of it. I just look at the part and immediately in my body, the energy center lights up. And it shows like so if I look at like a specific nerve on the diagram, my body will automatically tell me where that nerve's at. It's located in my body. So then I feel that nerve. So with that, I've been practicing basically seeing my own self, but through the diagram. So now when I close my eyes and look at my brain, I can now physically tell the difference from the different brain segments or what part of the body or the brain I'm using and turning off and turning on. I'm trying to put this, it's kind of confusing. Oh, thanks. To get those thumbs up. Daryl and keep your short channeling. Also have vision. Oh, you mean like sometimes he be doing like you hear him coughing and then you hear him like you see his head move. And I experienced that when your head is like moving. Imagine a whole bunch of energy is coming straight down and basically at this level of the throat chakra and the sacred heart, if there's a blockage right there, you might hear him cough, and then sometimes you might see his head jerk, like move. It's almost like um, imagine your crown chakra is like a little bit off tilted, but this high vibrational energy is coming in from the top. And basically, what happens is it's like magnetic. So when both energies synchronize and snap together, sometimes the whole entire physical body will just like move. It will just jerk, and then you start to feel like a stream of understanding and energy start flowing to the top of your head, going like really fast, and then your awareness moves up to the top of your head, and then it's almost like here's your body, but then here's our astral body, like kind of standing a little above. Yes, it's almost like your body start twitching because imagine okay your nerves are electrical centers, and when the person is channeling a whole bunch of etheric and electric energies are flowing in. So it starts to make your nerves, if your vibrations lower, then all the energies are coming in, and then you know how you ever put like electric one of those electric acupuncture pins on one of your nerves and your hands start moving on its own and start twitching. It's almost the same thing. It is almost like if you get synchronized with the nerve endings, you start to move how like Bashar move, or you know how he be making face expressions, or like he be smiling and stuff like that. It's almost synchronized with the ET at the same time. So then it's almost like you guys are mirroring each other, or they start mirroring each other. So when Bashar expresses self, unfolds and it starts to express through Daryl. Okay, let me get back into focus because I am going all the way out in my own theory right now. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. And sometimes my face expression will change. Sometimes there's different people when they come in. they be so focused when they be looking at me that what happens is sometimes I end up mirroring how they're feeling. So as I said before, sometimes their inner feelings get reflected back from my body, and I start to so like sometimes out of nowhere I'll start frowning, and then I catch myself. I'm like, oh wait a minute, this is just a projection. So then out of nowhere you just see me just smiling again, like oh shit, as I was doing it again. Surrounding you in the gold ray, a golden ray. It sounds like the solar plexus needs some work. So right now, what is this? Removing lack of worthiness, removing doubt, restoring your confidence, resupplying your solar plexus energy with the yellow ray. I'm asking my Archangel Gabriel for your white ray or yellow ray to be imbued into the solar plexus chakra to restore strength and courage and self esteem. Something important I want to say is that all of you are worthy to exist because the property of existence is worthiness. So if you exist, then you're worthy. I can physically feel my it's almost like my nose start to twitch and my face start to twitch because whenever I put my hand out like this, imagine energetically my nose is like right here energetically. My ears is like everything on me is like expanded like this. So whenever I push outwards, like about right here, I feel it on the tip of my nose. And if I move up, I feel it move up. And if it moves and it hits a nerve, sometimes that nerve in my face will just start moving on its own, or my face will start twitching. I know some of you might notice it. You see my nose is just moving, have a mind of its own, just moving. I'm still trying to get used to feeling energy in this way. And the last few days, I've been finding it kind of hard to communicate with other people because it's now like if I start speaking like how I'm speaking right now, but if I went to walk up to someone in a store and to start speaking like as this is normal to me, but for them it's not normal. So then when we start talking, it's like none of us it's like we can't understand each other. So I'm finding it a lot harder for me to find people who's not on the chat, like on this live stream. Like I'm talking about like when I go to the grocery store. It's hard for me to find people who understand. Or maybe I'm just not looking in the right places. What I'm visualizing right now when I'm doing this motion, if you were to visualize how I see it, this is you right here as a torus field. And with my hands, there's a beam of light entering the torus field. And when it enters your torus field, the light, imagine it's flowing in like this, like a gas, the light. and it falls to the bottom and it raises up to the top. So I flow the energy from the left and right, primarily through your shoulders, this white pink ray, and then it flows down through your nervous system. It's going down to your feet, and then it slowly rises. So because there's two energy streams that I feel. There's one that's going up, and there's one that's going down. And now I'm trying to figure out. It's almost like the one that's going up is the one starting from the base of your foot, but is in the inner leg. So it's going up the inner leg through the inner thigh, and then going up. There's like two nerves, and it goes up. And then the second one, it goes down from the shoulders and the outside of the leg, going down. So with that one, I'm going up, and the side one going down. So up the middle of the torus field, going up the spine, out the crown of the head, and then the second one goes down, and this one goes around outside of your body to the ground. Like, well, I'm trying to explain a torus field that is going through you at the exact same time as your physical form. Like, yes, it's good to understand it from like theory, but I want you to actually like visualize and see for yourself the torus field is coming out of you. Like, how can I say it? It's like if I were to write like a picture of it, like from like um ancient times, imagine you write like a torus field, and then you write a whole bunch of eyes like in a circle basically, and the eyes represents awareness. The torus field represents awareness. So like it would be like a whole bunch of eyes, but in the shape of a torus field is going around you, but it's invisible. And the eyes represents the feeling or perception that you feel around you. So like even right now, I'm standing right here, and I feel my torus field. The torus field is spinning, and anything that's in its area is what I sense. So like the tree, and wherever I walk, if I'm walking through the wherever I'm walking, the torus field it permeates all objects. So it has the ability to go through objects. So like for instance, if I'm in the bathroom and someone's outside the bathroom walking to the bathroom, the second their torus field intersects with my torus field, it's like you automatically know where they are. So basically like the two circles, as soon as their torus field hit my torus field, then you know, okay, this person's coming through. And the closer they get, the more you start to know who it is. Because the closer they get, the more of their presence you feel, and the more you become aware of their thinking patterns. Because each person, they think differently. So once you recognize how you think, if you're like in I'll just shift into the state because I can't really explain it. I only can like share the state of being. So I shift into the state, and now as I'm in my third eye, I visualize I can go boom, like a pulse of energy, doom, 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 and it goes out. And with the torus field, for example, I'll just ask my spiritual masters, no, ask my guides. I ask, can one of you guys just move left and right, just left and right, or no, like from here to here. So like, with my eyes closed, and I pay attention, if you are very, you may feel the energy that's moving left and right. Because even though you cannot see your guides, but sometimes you can definitely feel them with this torus field I'm talking about, this energy. This is how you become aware of where they're at. Because the more you become aware of this, the closer they get. Sometimes they can get so close, it's like you like, oh yeah, you're definitely there. It is almost like sometimes they appear like, imagine, you ever know how you see a heat wave from the sun, but this heat wave have form, kind of like it's like a form of a person, but it's invisible, and it can, like, if they get really close to you, you get goosebumps and they move. So practicing feeling that to the Taurus field, because I'm saying once you start practicing feeling it, then you can start doing what I'm doing a lot easier. Because I say the main purpose of the channel is, yes, is to do Reiki, but it's also the same time is I want everybody to be able to perceive in their own way, similar to how I perceive, but from their own unique perspective. And I'm pretty sure that if you're watching this video, you're staying and watching this video, that you're most likely already able to understand what I'm talking about, because that's the only way that you're able to relate, is that we are similar in vibration. And the only reason why I'm like explaining all these things is not to show that, hey, look what I can do, look all what I'm discovering. I want everyone to understand that I am human too, and just because I'm explaining all what I'm feeling, it doesn't mean that if you cannot feel or sense what I feel, does not make you lesser than, because you may have a completely different set of how you feel and perceive energy, and it may be even greater than mine is. So I just want to, because I know a lot of times when I explain information, it can come off the wrong way. It can sound like, um, how should I put it? Like two different people can look at what I say differently. So I can be talking about my experience. One person, they could be like, "Oh wow, I really like this. This is inspiring me to have soul growth." But another person, they can look at it and they can be like, "Well, he just bragging. He just talking about all what he can do." And then they look at their self and then they be like, "I can't do that." But that's the point I want to like reach. It's like you can do it. It all depends on how much you're willing to do it. And I'm talking to like even the people in the future who is watching this video in future tense or past. My past when I come back to rewatch it. I just wanted this to be inspiring. And I don't really want to cause more confusion with my explanation, because that also can happen, because if I push too much, it can cause people to want to leave. Also, I am grateful for the 16 likes I have received so far. I am very, very grateful. Also, I want to express my gratitude to the sun right now. It's way brighter, but I'm definitely feeling its energy, energizing my solar body, solar astral. recently, the last few days, everything has been getting very intense. It's like, I know we're all going through these small periods where it's like all the emotions are amplified, but like 120, and then the ability to feel things is amplified. It's like it goes extreme. Like sometimes, like psychic abilities get turned all the way up, and then they drop down. And sometimes they drop down to the point where you almost feel like you forget them, and then they come back even stronger. Yes, because we're already getting close to the 11/11 portal. Then we had the the lunar eclipse, and now we had two large solar flares at the same time. And all these energies are cleaning energies. Solar flares are cleaning energies. It's like, imagine the sun knows that the earth needs cleansing of dark energy. So imagine a solar flare is like a light wave that comes and it literally cleanse all dark energy. So it's like, at the same time, what happens is, it's like, imagine inside yourself, there's parts of you that has like emotional energy that's stagnant, and it basically gets hard as a rock. The I'll say the quantum energies of the sun, the energies, you can call it black matter or light matter, the energy that passes through you. It passes through you, and then it breaks up the energy. Primarily to, since the sun have all the different colors of the light spectrum. So red ray, you we would use red ray, for example. So first, I ask my guys to identify any block stagnant energy. Okay, it's like right here. So for example, I'll just take this energy blockage that's right here. And before we start with the green ray. The green ray is the ray of healing. And then we surround it in the red ray, and red ray breaks it up. And then we move to the violet ray, which is the violet ray is what transmute it into light. But I'll pair it with the indigo ray. So violet flame, transmute it, and then I take the rest of this energy and I give it to source critter. Or you can give it to Mother Gaia, but I prefer to give it to source critter. All the worries and doubts of the day. And I use the word quantum as the definition of the entangled atoms. Whenever I say the word quantum, I think I see the visualization of the infinity symbol. Basically, like two people, but the infinity symbol mixed in between, and then mirrors. A mirror, infinity symbol. Also, when I say quantum, I think it's quantum as a state of consciousness that we're in, or that we can be in. So, quantum, just how we have delta, theta, gamma, alpha, and then I say we have those are the brainwave frequencies for the physical, and then we have quantum, which is something to do with the spirit, the energy that moves around. Well, it is now time for me to get ready to leave, but I definitely have enjoyed this Reiki healing session with all of you. Enjoyed this peaceful egregore of light that we have created together. Remember, when you create a pillar of light or energy for yourself, if you maintain it, it can sustain throughout the whole entire day until you go to sleep. Yes. Have the mindset of we no longer have to clear the space. When we walk into the area, all darkness leave immediately because we are the light. And no amount of darkness will be able to withstand our light, and our light will blaze through and transform all darkness into light throughout every step that we take throughout the day. So now we equip our armor of light, our helmet of light, we have our sword of light, our shield of light, and our wand of light. We have our violet chalice and our violet cloak of light and blue cloak of light. May your day or night be filled with light. Namaste.